Okay. Well, I just had my camera person say that, you know what, let's shoot on this window. You're going to be a little bit on the dark side. And I'm trusting that she means that from a visual perspective. But you know, actually, it's a really great segue into, you know, the couple of minutes that I'm going to spend with you on this beautiful Friday evening here. And we're in Vancouver right now, and behind me, it might be a little bit tough to see, but we're in a hotel room looking out over Vancouver International Airport. And sure, you know, when Colette points the camera back at me, I'll be a little bit on the dark side. But as I said, it's a great segue into what I wanted to talk to you about for a couple of minutes. And that's, I have actually been a little bit on the dark side. I've been in a funk here for probably the last 2-3 days. And for those of you that, funk, what the heck is a funk? Well, I have been not happy. I have been not myself. I haven't engaged the way I like to engage. I haven't always been pleasant to be around. And I know that. And you know, the thing is that not only do I know it, but I know what the heck to do about it. And yet, for the past 3 days, what did I do? I let myself go through the majority of my days, not every minute. And no, I'm not talking about just when I was sleeping. I was nice. But I went through 3 days of just not feeling good about life, about not being, you know, I just wasn't feeling happy. I wasn't feeling engaged the way I like to be engaged. And as I said, I know what to do about that. I know that it's a matter of shifting, you know, my energy. It's a matter of shifting my perspective. It's about being in state. And I was out of state for the last 3 days. And so I just got to thinking, you know, well, with all of the work that I've done, that I know when I'm in state. I know when I'm out of state. I know when I'm being who I want to be. And I know when I'm not being who I want to be. And yet I allowed myself to go through the past 3 days not being who I wanted to be all of the time, and being in a funk and not being pleasant to be around. And so thank goodness that we had arranged this trip to Vancouver. Thank goodness that the things that we're doing here are shifting and have shifted my state. I'm not feeling like I'm in a funk anymore. You know, I am charged up, I am lit up, I am feeling energetic, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day, the weekend, the rest of the month, and going forward. And so I just wanted to encourage you and say, you know, it's okay. In my videos, I've talked about your identity, who you want to be, role modeling, stepping forward, stepping into that, doing all those great things. And it all sounds wonderful, and it absolutely is wonderful. But, you know, even knowing all of that for myself and talking to you about that, I also want to recognize that every once in a while, I trip up. And I realized that I hadn't taken responsibility for how I wanted to be. And so I'm just letting you know that I have taken back responsibility for my attitude. I've taken back responsibility for how I feel. I let it slip for a couple of days here, but I'm back on track. I'm feeling the way I want to feel. And my wish for you is that you take charge of how you're feeling, and if you're in a little bit of a funk, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it, but make a shift. Do something physical today, this weekend, that you enjoy, or maybe pushes you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but make that shift in your energy, make that shift in yourself, get yourself out of that funk, and get feeling good and positive about life again, because that's where the magic is. That's where everything happens, and that's where we can grow and we can do the things that we want to do, and so much love to do. So I hope I've added value to you. I've added value to me today because I kind of gave myself a kick in the butt. Hope you have an absolutely fabulous evening, a great weekend, and I sure look forward to talking to you on Monday.